Hi.
Yo, what up?
How's it going? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Degen and Tailgate, everybody.
We are back again for yet another edition of being wrecked after a weekend of sports betting.
Hell yeah. We have some solid financial advice.
Solid. But don't worry, guys. We're definitely going to win next week. No, for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
No, but for real, that's why I'm an advocate for the peer to peer. Because even though you lost this week, you only lost to me.
I know. You know what? I would much rather lose to you than the casino. So,
And maybe you'll
okay.
get it back this week. Maybe.
God, I hope so. Or I'm going to be a cranky bitch if the Cowboys lose again.
Well, you put it out there. It sounds like you're taking your boys.
Hell yeah.
You would
I mean, I
have
was forced to take Denver, so I at least should get a choice,
to. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go ahead
Hey,
and.
Freddie in the chat, congrats on your Commanders win. That was pretty
That was
solid.
huge. That was really, really huge. So, guys, let me get this going. Show you guys what we were up to. Last week we started our swag wheel. What do we call this? Wheel of chance, swag wheel, whatever you want to call it.
It's a really cool opportunity to get some swag.
We started with 15 spots. We filled up all 15 spots, and the winner was More Hex. Big shout out to him. He took a lot of the spots, but hey, that's how you got to do it sometimes when you want to guarantee that win.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So just to show you some of the different type of stuff that I have, because people are always asking, what kind of merch do you have? Is it quality stuff? And I got merch from all over the place. Like we went around the whole U.S. collecting stuff from people. So I have merch from Hex merch. I have merch from the Postmasters, from RPE. I have like different stickers and packets like that from Slap stickers and just a whole bunch of different Hexicans have all donated to the tour. And now I just have way too much stuff in my house and I'm sending it out. Like, guarantee you buy one of our boxes, $50. It's probably $100 worth of stuff in that box because I just be trying to get rid of stuff. So this is probably one of my favorite items. This hat that you guys might have seen at the Postmasters. They put so much time and effort into making this hat. Like the quality is just off the chain. People have asked me, and I like had to wait until I got back and like got everything organized, how they can get this hat because it actually says Postmasters on the back. And I thought that I didn't have any more, but I actually found like another 2 or 3. So I'm giving those away. We got the white one that really only the ladies, I think, got this one at the Postmasters. But I still have some of those. Let's see. I still have a ton of golf balls where you can get a Hex Ladies ball, a Postmaster or Hex ball, and a Post Chain ball.
I would advise actually playing with those balls though, because you will never find them unless you're on the green.
Oh, it's commemorative. We got sticker packs, tees, patches, 8 patches. I love these patches. We got Post patch, Hex patch. Let's see. Oh, this. I found one of these where you got the
oh, nice.
The silver. Let's see what else we got. Tons of those gold cards, those like really thick, nice gold cards.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you had any of those. Those are awesome.
Yeah, I put those in all the boxes because those are super sweet. I got a couple of different type of shirts. This one's from the How to Post guys. This one's Hex Ladies. I got tons of different shirts, all kind of different stickers. Some from like the NASCAR events.
Oh, that's cool.
Just all kinds of different stuff. And what I'm actually going to be trying to do, like to really hype this up, going into like the next year or whatever, is to get other things donated, like one of a kind type things, art pieces, all kind of crazy stuff. To where like just that one box has, something special. Maybe it even has nothing to do with crypto. It's like a dinner gift card or like
that's awesome.
treatment or, whatever. So yeah, if you want to get in on the wheel, You can Cash App us at Hex Ladies. You can send a Zelle. I'm going to go ahead and post that phone number that you send it to in the chat right now. Or crypto. You can send it to ksbtv.eth. And it's just $5. If you're going to do like a couple spots, you can send like $20, you know, whatever. But as soon as I get your payment, just message me and I'll make sure we get you on the wheel. Another way that you can spend though is we do monthly spins for the members of the KSB channel. So as soon as we get to 20 members, we're going to spin the first wheel. Hopefully that's this month. If not, we will spin it no matter what on the first of every month. I chose the first because it's my birthday, so I think the first is cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and people get paid on the first, you know. No, I'm just kidding. What is Freddie in here talking about?
He always talking shit. I just ignore him.
Absolutely. So what else? Do we need to get into this? We need to get this show started.
Time for DeFi Double Down.
It's crypto time, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
So let me
change. What do you have for us today?
So I was trying to think of like, what's the best way to just go over all the things that are involved in this crazy ecosystem, right? It started with just Hex. Like we just had Hex. In order to have Hex, you probably needed some Ethereum for some gas fees. You might have held on to a little bit, or if you've been in Hex for a long time, you probably threw it all into the adoption amplifier and, you know, you were just riding with Hex. But just from being in Hex, now we are exposed to so many other cryptos. So I made this little chart because for me, things are easier just when I see them visually to kind of wrap my head around how this ecosystem works and like what are all the different coins that are kind of involved. So I started at the top with kind of explaining or depicting what a layer one is, right? Layer one are the main coin, essentially, like the coin that the other coins under are built on. So Hex is built under Ethereum. When Pulse Chain drops, it will also be built under Pulse Chain. We'll have Hex on both chains. This picture kind of makes it look like you only have one Hex, but Pulse Chain isn't here yet. So I kind of look at it like until it is.
We only have one Hex right now.
You know what I mean? You might have your ETH Pal Hex or your ETH Fair Hex, but I'm not going to go all into that. This is just, you know, mainly focusing on new people coming into the system or people that, you know, through all the hype over the last 2 years, accumulated some Hex, maybe staked it out 10, 15 years and really haven't came back to look, or they've tried to keep up with their free claims so that they could accumulate that. But, you know, just a overview. So last week we talked about the free claim that you could get with Poor Pleb, with Texan token, and then the Postal free claim was like a while back, but you may still have that in your wallet. This latest one that we've added to the chart is the Safe token, and I put a little Staker app logo right above the Safe token because it really only applies if you had Hex staked through the Staker app, right? So if you were just staking through your MetaMask, then you probably don't have a claim for Safe token. But if you actually had the Staker app and you had a wallet that was essentially through the Gnosis Safe, then you probably qualify for this airdrop. And you can go to the Staker app Twitter page, and there's a link to the Safe Twitter page where you can find information on how to find out if your address is listed as one of the ones that you can claim. So those are all the like coins that you've just kind of been gifted just for holding Hex. There's also Wait. I didn't add it just because I haven't done my research recently as to what's going on. And I had, you know, heard some rumor that, you know, that it might have went to zero or down really low. Do your own research. There is another token called Wait. You can keep waiting until Pulse Chain comes out, or you can go and try and claim that now. These other sets of images that you see, the one that's over to the side you see a cluster of 6 tokens. And I put all these together because you don't necessarily have access to these tokens just by holding HEX, but they're related to HEX in that at some point you could have traded HEX 1-to-1 ratio for these tokens. They're essentially just pools, right? Maxi was the first one. It was for the max length stake that you could do 5555. You could trade your HEX for Maxi, and then all that Maxi came together and went into a really long stake where it amplified some of the bonuses. The bigger pays better, as well as the longer pays better. Since Maxi came out, they've came out with a lot of other tokens, all still on the same principles. These are perpetuals of pulling the HEX together in order to make a bigger bulk stake. So there was a 1-year one. Cheers, we cheers in.
No, the chat said that's not really expensive taste because she doesn't have a beer in her hand.
Oh yeah, well, they're not lying. I could use a little sip. I feel like whenever we're in the crypto, I feel like I'm just like blah blah blah. Let's get to the football. No, guys.
No, you're good. You're killing it. We really appreciate you making this chart.
We love it. We just gotta, we're here for everybody. We're here for the new people and everybody, just to give you an overview of what we're up to in our crypto journeys. So they did a pool for all these different lengths, right? They did base for 1 year, trio for 3 years, lucky is 7 years, and then Desi is a 10-year pool. And then there's also a token called team that I don't have a whole lot of information about, but you can feel free to look that up. They're all a part of the same Maxi ecosystem with the developer Dipcatcher and Goldkey. Those two guys have also came up with 2 new projects lately called Poly and Water, but they're more so a part of like the Hedron ecosystem, which is still based under HEX. But yeah, so do your own research on those. Not going to go so much into those. My favorite one on this chart is Hedron. Why? Because this is like a free claim forever. As long as you're staking, you are accumulating Hedron, and you can go and mint these Hedrons, claim these Hedrons before you end your stake. If you end your stake before you go and claim your Hedron, then it's gone. So you always want to remember to claim your Hedron before you end your stake. I actually encourage you to end your stakes from the Hedron app. You can do it all from there. You can mint your Hedron, claim it, and then end your stake. So that's pretty much my spiel. Oh, and Icasa is like the little brother of Hedron, where like you stake Hedron and get Icosa. I mean, that Hedron system is so crazy. We'd have to do a whole show on that. That's not what we're here for, but definitely go look into it, learn all you can about the HEX ecosystem and how you can pump your own bags just through the coins that you've been given.
Great job.
Thank you. Are we done with all this crypto, or we got more? We got questions? They don't ask us questions about crypto.
They're probably all good in this chat.
They're like, we're here for the football.
Degen.
Oh, I'm so super slow.
Woohoo! Sport.
We should have removed like all the crypto stuff before I put up our super dope intro. Like, yeah, we're going into football, and then you come right back, and it's like still the
We're
same.
still nerding out.
We'll get better. We'll get better.
It's all
When
good.
tequila shots, bro. I'm too old for tequila shots, but what I will do while Expensives get us going on this football, tell us what happened.
Well, as you know, I just like to recap some of the key takeaways from this week, week 10. First, I'm going to start with a couple of Justins. I got Justin Fields, who's still on fire again, almost 40 fantasy points. He rushed for 147 yards on Sunday, or a combined 325 yards in his last 2 games. He had 4 total touchdowns, 2 of which were rushing, bringing his total to 11 touchdowns in the last 3 games. So if you have him for your fantasy quarterback, it's looking pretty good for you. Second, we have the other Justin. Justin Jefferson is a fucking beast at 35 fantasy points. He had 10 catches on a season high, 16 targets for 193 yards, which is insane, and a touchdown. He has hit the 30-point mark 4 times this season and also had an insane one-handed catch on Sunday. I don't know if you saw it, but it's pretty much on all the ESPN highlights. It was pretty much amazing and like probably one of the best 3 catches I've ever seen in my life. Third takeaway, sucks to be a Rams fan. Cooper Kupp went out of the game. He had the worst stat line since 2017. He had 3 catches for -1 yards and then had a severe right leg injury, which he was taken out of the game. It's since been confirmed as a high ankle sprain, which he'll have surgery on, and he will be on IR for the next 4 weeks or so. So see if the Rams can end up turning it around, but for such a strong team last year, it's not looking too hot this year. Fourth takeaway, what's going on with Josh Allen? You know, we love the Bills. He's been doing great, but he had 2 red zone interceptions last week, then 2 more picks this week, including 1 in the red zone, followed by a fumble that resulted in the Vikings recovering it for a touchdown. That game was crazy. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it went into overtime, and it was wild with Justin Jefferson putting on a show, and then, you know, a couple mess ups by Josh Allen. It wasn't too hot for them. Last takeaway, this one's for Kalen and KevTron. Chiefs are still looking great. Want to spotlight them. Patrick Mahomes threw for 4 passing touchdowns against the Jaguars, despite Juju Smith-Schuster leaving the game hurt. He didn't have Mecole Hardman either. He did have Kadarius Toney and Marquez Valdez-Scantling that did step up, and they caught 2 of those touchdowns. They looked great, so they obviously have a lot of options at wide receiver that can all hold their own. And then they got that new running back, Pacheco. I don't really know how to say his name, but that, you know, in conjunction with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they just have a really great offensive team and defensive. You know, they're a force to be reckoned with. Whatever, it's the fucking Chiefs. They always are. So that is the 5 highlights from this week.
Dude, that sounds like so much hating going on. I want to come back to a lot of these stats that you came back, but I know that our guest tonight loves football as much as we do.
And the Chiefs.
And the Chiefs.
Show that picture. Hey.
What's up?
What
is my mic working? Is it good?
It is working. So
okay,
we gotta start with showing this that I back into the
look at that handsome devil.
No, but see, I'm not a Chiefs fan.
Oh, you're
That's
not?
just in Kansas. No, I'm a Broncos fan.
Yeah, well,
which is even worse.
I like it. I thought that this was the most adorable.
No, yeah, it's because I'm from Kansas City, so the flag football team we had, they like had different NFL teams, and we were the Chiefs. So,
aww.
You know,
I'm sorry you're a Broncos fan. I probably wouldn't have had less hazing as a Chiefs fan, but
yeah, they do that where I'm from. Like literally every baseball team out here is the Padres. Like you go to a little league game and it's the Padres against the Padres. It's just the blue Padres against the yellow Padres.
Yeah.
And the white ones. Like I'm just like, can we
use
names?
Yeah, they use like the same logo for everyone.
Yeah, I actually think that the Padres and different teams actually sponsor the leagues, and then they just ship them like 1,000 jerseys in all the different colors.
Yeah.
But
I think that's what it is.
So yeah, let's get into it. Did you watch the Bills game? Because to me, that was the worst game of the weekend.
Yeah, I watched like the first half. And then I was like switching back and forth between that and the Chiefs game.
I think they were down like 27-10 or something. The Vikings like in the first half, and then they came back. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea the Vikings were what, like 7-1? So I was thinking they were doing bad. Then guess they're not.
Look at the power rankings here. The new power rankings came out this week, and the Vikings are ranked number 1. Vikings, Chiefs, Eagles, Giants, Dolphins, Ravens, Cowboys, Jets, Bills, 49ers, so on. Oh, yeah, you got it up there. Perfect. Yeah, so, and then, of course, the Cowboys have the Vikings this week, so it will be interesting.
What are the Cowboys?
Do what?
What's their record?
We've lost 3. We lost to Philly, we lost to Green Bay, and we lost to Tampa Bay. Yeah,
you lost to Green Bay.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
It was so frustrating. It was the fucking worst game. I was in the worst mood ever.
Yeah. Well, at least you're not a Denver fan. It's so sad. It's like they have a lead, and then Russell Wilson will get sacked like 3 times in a row, and
and they were
it's sad.
projected to be a really good team this year. That's why they got so many primetime games because I mean, they have good wide receivers with Russell Wilson coming on board. Like they thought they were going to be a lot better than they were.
Yeah, they were talking about them winning the Super Bowl, and
yep,
that's not happening.
No.
We'll see.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was trash. I am only concerned with the outcome of the game when I have major tickets going. Not even gonna lie. So I only needed the Bills to not even cover the spread. I just needed them to win, just win 1 point victory, and they were up by 4, right? When they held them on 4th down, when they should have had the touchdown, but somehow they hold them on 4th down, get the ball back, but it's in the end zone. And right now they have the option to take the safety, right? And then kick it off. But then when they give them the ball, they only maybe have 20 seconds left in the game and they still have the lead. Instead, they're like, no, we can get it out the end zone. And no ball security, just straight up fumble, straight up touchdown. I mean, this really speaks to when people say that the NFL is rigged. I mean, that was pretty dramatic.
I just needed Josh Allen to throw 2 touchdowns. I mean, shit, that's not a crazy ask. He does great all the time. And of course, Devin Singletary gets 2 rushing touchdowns. I even think Josh Allen got a rushing touchdown, but he couldn't throw 2. And I was so irritated because I had a 6-leg parlay. 5 other quarterbacks met their throwing touchdown, thing that they had to get. And I just needed him to get it. And he didn't. And then the Cowboys lost. And then I freaked out.
Yeah, and I had Josh Allen on my fantasy team and Cooper Kupp. I would have won.
Hey, that
he
was
didn't get injured.
That was
I mean, Josh Allen probably still had good points this week.
Yeah, he got 20.
Yeah, but Cooper Kupp, that sucks.
He got
that was
2
a highlight
points
for me because I actually played against Cooper Kupp in my fantasy this week. So I was oh, sweet. Don't got to worry about that, dude. I mean,
and last week I had 4 different people make trade requests for Cooper Kupp, and I denied them all because he's been getting me 30 points a game. I should have done it.
Man,
I had no way of knowing, but
you would have been the GOAT. Everyone would have been like, "Oh, he's a psychic. How'd he know? He gave up his star."
Yeah.
King Henry, no touchdowns. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I have to apologize to more Hex because he hit me up after our last stream and was like, "You seem to know a lot about football. Should I play Jamal Williams or Wilson Jr.?" And I was like, "I would say Jamal. They have a bad rush defense. Whatever." Anyways, it was the wrong choice. I mean, he still got a touchdown in a few yards, but it was the wrong choice. So more Hex, I apologize. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything about football. Nobody ever asks me any questions, and if you do, just do the opposite of what I say,
and then you'll win every time.
Yeah.
So what game are you looking most forward to this week? I know that we're gonna go head to head against Cowboys, Vikings. What do you think? What are you looking forward to?
I was looking at the schedule. I wanted to see. I mean, the Chiefs games, they're always entertaining.
Of course.
Those are always good games. I always sort of root against the Chiefs.
Well,
it's Denver is so bad that all I have to look forward to is Chiefs losing, I guess. Which, doesn't happen. No matter what. It's they'll be getting beat.
Oh, the Broncos are playing the Raiders, though, so maybe you have a chance because the Raiders
Those are always good games, so, yeah, they could. But, yeah, it's Chiefs will be down 3 touchdowns with 2 minutes left.
Why are y'all
and they'll come all the way back and win.
Why?
I'd be happy.
Why do people feel the need to hate on the Chiefs? What is it? Just
I think people always hate the number 1 team.
Mm.
So, a few years ago, Denver was number 1 with
I don't know that I ever hated Denver.
That was 2015, Kevin.
Didn't like
Chiefs fan. Yeah, you're a Chiefs fan, aren't you? Yeah, Tom Brady. That's one that I think most people didn't like the Patriots. Always wanted to
this
see them
game makes
lose.
the most sense. This is the games you always have to be weary about if you're a sports bettor, is division matchups. Like almost every time you're like, oh, no. One team has 1 win. The other team has 6, 7 wins. This is easy. But it's never that way, though, in the same division. They just have too much information. They played each other way too many times. They know how to exploit the weaknesses, to where
especially
it's
like the
good matchup.
The Chargers.
Especially. Oh, well, the Chargers are
the Chargers beat the Chiefs like at least once a year. They always do well against the Chiefs. So
I'm not going to.
And the Raiders too.
The
Denver's just a joke there.
Yeah, the Chargers haven't been doing too hot lately. I mean, I feel like Eckler's like their only good player now.
I want to say that all of their starting receivers are like out.
Yeah, I know like Mike Williams and Keenan Allen were out for a while, but I just don't feel like Justin Herbert's been able to connect with anybody.
Yeah, it's something I've told other people here in Kansas City. Denver hasn't beaten the Chiefs in like 8 years. Now, I was saying I don't care if Denver loses the rest of their season as long as they beat the Chiefs once this year. I'd be happy.
But he's just so lackluster. Like, even if he does come back, I don't think that he's going to give it any effort this season. I think that he's just over it. I think it's really easy to get over the Chargers. And that's coming from somebody who's lived in San Diego like the majority of her life. The Chargers are fucking trash, bro. Like, they'll just always be trash.
What's going on with Keenan Allen? Is he out for
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I didn't think it was that serious, but then he just never came back. So
yeah, he was over the season too.
I think he's just over it. I think he's all over being Chargers. It's like the guy from Houston, Cooks.
Yeah,
like, perfectly healthy. Just was like, "Are you gonna trade me? No, okay, I don't want to play."
Yeah, for sure.
Like athletes are human too. And I think sometimes they're like fans of other teams, right? Like, man, I wish I played for Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like
how are we going to onboard more NFL Hexicans?
Absolutely. I'm going to try and let's get Justice on the show.
We need to.
Dude, I'm such a Hexican that like I knew he was like backup to the backup when the season started, and I still drafted him.
It's cool actually seeing him play.
He is. And then that one game like that he got in, and like I actually right before or in San Diego it's 10 o'clock, right before the morning game started, I was like, should I play him? Should I play him? And then I didn't do it. And then like he ended up getting more points than the dude that I did play. And I was like, see what happens when you're not a good Hexican?
Yeah, I've seen him have a couple good runs. I don't know if I don't think he's had any touchdowns this season, but
no.
That's awesome. And he would probably be down when he's not busy playing football to stream, because I know he went on a few streams like back at the beginning of the year.
Hey man,
Wales only.
Next birthday during football season.
Yeah.
Like I want to say it was like their bye week or something. So he was like, yeah, I'm off. But he legit came to the Hex birthday in New York with one of his boys during, December 2nd.
That's cool.
Football season.
And if Kyler Murray has time to play video games all during season, then I'm sure Justice could get on a little hour-long stream.
And give us some insight. If I could like legit talk to NFL players, I wouldn't even ask them if the NFL was rigged. I would just ask one question: do you have to sign an NDA?
Yeah.
If they have to sign that, then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, then I get it. You guys are,
for sure.
It's like every season that goes by, I start to believe the NFL is rigged thing more and more.
Yeah.
Is that who it was, Freddie, that came with Justice? It was Keelan Doss.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
And who is it? There are two other ones. There's two Giants players.
Really?
That were in Hex. There was they got cut. They got cut this offseason. Oh, who was it? It was, I think, 2 receivers. Can't remember their name.
So look, I follow this one chick on Twitter, and I'm not gonna even say her name because whatever. But she is a Bitcoiner, right? Or I want to say she's more like heavy on Ethereum, but she goes to like Bitcoin conferences and different things like that. And so she had posted on her Twitter that she had went to the Bitcoin conference and got invited to this dinner where like these NFL players were there. And she was trying to like ask them about self-custody. Do you have your own like wallet? Are you on MetaMask? Blah blah blah. And they were like, oh no, we're on like FTX. And she was like, why? And their literal response was, because if it's good enough for Tom Brady, then it's good enough for me.
Tom Brady got people wrecked.
Tom Brady got all of the NFL wrecked.
Fuck.
Man, that's your goat. Oh man,
we need to onboard Tom because he's hurting.
It's the
you want Tom Brady in Hex? It'd be kind of cool.
So we do this thing, and I don't know if you saw. I'm gonna play it again just for shits and giggles. So we do this thing called win, lose, or draw. And basically, we are holders of B&B Pot, right? Which is a decentralized gaming casino gambling platform. And the only game that they currently have going is the jackpot game, where you put some money in, you get to spin the wheel, right? But we are giving you the option to win, right? We're going to put that money in, spin the wheel. Maybe you win, maybe you lose. Or the draw option is for all the really, really scared anti-gambling people that probably wouldn't be on the Degen Tailgate show if you just want us to send you the coin with no risk whatsoever. That's a draw. So I'm going to ask you here, Optimus KevTron, what would you like to do with your one B&B pot?
What was
Let me also
option?
say that when you gamble it, you're getting 3 times the value. So I don't know what the price is at. Last week it was at like $10. So if you cash it out, it was $10. But if you played it in the game, it's worth $30. So you get like a 3x when you gamble with it on B&B Pot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll play it.
Nice.
Gamble it.
Perfect.
I'm gonna get my screen sharing here just in a minute. The cool thing about B&B Pot, like she was saying, number one, we had a huge pump today. That's what I was gonna say. Last week we were at $9, and it was kind of going, like $8.70, $9, right around there. Today I saw it at like $11.50. So we had a nice little pump today. So yeah, this is the B&B Pot jackpot.
Is this just on Binance? I haven't really looked into anything about it.
Yeah, so the reason why I got involved in this project is because of PulseChain. With PulseChain coming out, you're hearing about all these new projects that are launching, and they had a sacrifice phase. Basically, you sacrifice, saying that, yeah, I'm interested in this project, want to get some coins or whatever. But what was unique about them is that from the very beginning, they plan to operate on several chains, on pretty much all the EVM compatible chains. PulseChain was supposed to be the first drop, but the contract was created. It was good. It was working. So they wanted to go ahead and launch, even though PulseChain hasn't launched. So they launched the first one on Binance. We got our first of 5 airdrops. And then when PulseChain is supposed to be the second one that it's going to launch on, unless it's delayed indefinitely, we should get it on PulseChain next. So yeah, basically, I'm more of a staker, a hodler of this coin. I believe in the idea of eliminating the middleman in casinos, essentially, right? Like, why is it that the fees need to go to the house to pay dealers and to pay all these different staffing and administrative costs and marketing costs and all that? when you can just create a gaming platform where the code runs the game, and then the people who put money up, put capital up, those are the ones who are benefiting off of the system. So by staking this coin, you get a percentage of all the fees that are accumulated from the games. Another percentage of the fees that are accumulated from the game is used to buy the coin off of the market and then burn the coin. So it has a cool little buy and burn feature. And then, yeah, we stake it. Another little cool thing, I don't know if you can see it because it's like really small, but they do weekly lotteries. So another little part of the fees goes into a lottery. And then once a week, they just randomly drop that lottery to any address of one of the holders. So you could just like be living your life, and then one day you just get like a huge lottery drop in your wallet. So for all those reasons, I'm super bullish on this project, to the point to where we are willing to give people at least one free BNB pod to be able to spin the wheel with.
Nice. So it's just like a little crypto casino.
Crypto casino, absolutely.
And eventually they'll have like sports betting. It's all peer-to-peer. So I can go on here and make a bet just with Twitter people or whatever. So we're looking forward more to that down the road. But in the meantime, we have a jackpot wheel, so we're going to use it.
Yeah, Powerball
as well.
Coming next. And then roulette and sports betting should be down the line. So
nice. It's pretty cool.
Get us connected here.
Also, Kaylin, Apex Crypto said that he zelled some money from the wheel if you want to look for that after.
Sweet. I did. Whoa, baller. Coming with the 5 spots. All right. So you tell me.
Apex, if you don't win, I'll bring you a hat when I come to Texas. Because I know you want one of those.
Is it the pulse chain hat he wants? The one with the gradient?
I don't know. He'd probably take any of them, but I feel like I somehow scored like 3 of each one out in Vegas. So maybe I could part with one. One of them's kind of tight on my big ass head. You can have that one.
Is that why you went for the beanie tonight? So you ready to do this? Do we
want to do that to cover up his zip
right here? You want me to send that one? All right. So I just stuck one in there. Well, I think my favorite thing about it coming out on BSC is how cheap the gas fees are.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. And on Pulse Chain, it'll be
and for me, it's been practice, right? Like I'm no aficionado in the crypto space, but I understood MetaMask, I understood Ethereum, but I hadn't went into any of these other networks. I hadn't tried Polygon or, BNB. I hadn't tried anything. And so to hear about Pulse Chain coming and to know that like we were going to be operating on a new network, I just felt like such a noob. Like I just wouldn't understand how to do it. And I mean, testnet is cool, but it's something about like real money, right? Like about like actually, having some skin in the game. So we got 20 seconds left. It looks like we are a pink color, 39.
Good luck, Kev.
Yeah, we're that little pink one right there.
There's just a bunch of different people coming in and
throwing
money in.
And it's crazy that like all hours of the day, people are in here spinning this every 3 minutes.
Yeah. All right, waiting on the block. What's crazy is you have an 8% chance of winning $342. Like one of these days, one of our guests is gonna win.
I hope so.
It's gonna be sick.
Could be today.
Right now. Oh,
damn.
You thought. Well, we tried.
I gambled and lost. Well, at least I tried.
Yeah.
That was exciting. That was good.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
So what's going on, chat? Shout out True Moxie. He's a true Degen. I love that dude.
For sure a Degen.
Yes.
He's our resident professional poker player.
Yes.
He's actually a pro poker player.
Yeah, he's one of my longtime friends. We've been friends for about 13 years now, and I've been there and seen him win several first place big tournaments for over 100,000.
Yeah.
I mean, expensive. You have an interesting story when it comes to like poker and growing up and.
Yeah, my dad used to play like high stakes sports betting in Vegas. He like stayed at the Bellagio, and he was also in like a gambling ring. And so I grew up playing poker like my whole life, and because of who he was and the connections he had, I used to be able to go sit down at like the Bellagio at 15 years old and play poker like all day long. And back then I only played like 4-8 limit. Like I didn't, and then I slowly worked my way up to 2-5 because they don't have a 1-2 table. But yeah, I started playing poker when I was like 15. I had to like give the chips to my dad to go cash in because I was like had braces and like a Basel cheerleader shirt on, and it's like, I don't know. So anyways, but
nice.
yeah, I played a lot.
So
sounds like it.
But what other Degen activities do you get in KevTron? Do you sports bet or you just love football or?
No, yeah, I just love football. Like once a year, or every year I'll play at least like one fantasy football league for money. Like this year it's with my brother-in-law and all his friends, so we each just put some money in, and I'm in third place, so I don't think I'm gonna win now that Cooper Cup and all these people are getting injured, but who knows?
I gotta get on those waivers. Are you on the waivers tonight?
I am. I picked up Campbell from the Colts, Cortland Sutton, and some running back. I forgot who the running back.
I think Watson, who had 3 touchdowns for Green Bay against us, I don't think he was highly owned, and I'm sure unless you're like really low, like on the waiver order, you wouldn't get him because I'm sure he'll go quick. But him, Pacheco, and that Rashad White, because I think Fournette's hurt for Tampa Bay. Like, there's a lot of good options. But
so, what platform do you guys use for your fantasy teams?
This year I'm using ESPN.
I asked that.
I used to use NFL.
I like the NFL one better, but I'm on an ESPN and a Yahoo one.
Yeah, I asked if you use ESPN because I used to use ESPN when I used to do fantasy with like my family. And what's unique about ESPN is that your bench is small as shit, right?
Yeah.
So there's literally always people in the rod, like in the pool that you can like go to when people get injured, and like you always have a chance. When you play on fucking Yahoo, you have 10 people in your lineup and 10 people in your bench, and like it's so dry out there on the waivers. It's just like, if you had a bad draft, you're like screwed.
They just have like 3rd and 4th string guys left to pick up, practice squad guys.
I thought it was really cool. The reason why I got back into fantasy football after like taking a lot of years off was because some Hexicans were doing it, right? And
I want to be in the Hexican one.
We need to start another Hexican one. Like we really do. Because what I thought was cool about it was that the money went into HEX Stakes, right? So like he literally like made like 15-year stakes. Like we're gonna play fantasy football together forever, and he made like 15-year, like all these different years to where like we win a league like 5 years down the road. You're still only putting up that same $100, but the stake is already set. Like he did all the stakes already.
Nice.
So you could win like a huge amount of heads. And I like that energy, to like say that from the first year that everybody puts up this amount of money, and then we stake out, a certain amount all the way 15 years. And then the other half goes into, the pot for this year or something like that. But to where you're always looking at delaying and making it. Could you imagine winning a fantasy football league and it's like 1 million hex?
That would be I want to
putting a few $1 million.
This year.
Like just something crazy, and it's 10 years down the line, so who knows what the price is?
Who's all in it?
And the one that I'm in, the only people that I actually know is Big K. There's somebody named I Stole Cabana's kicker. So I don't know if Cabana is actually in the league. These names are so like football oriented, staked well.
We all have like a side like Telegram chat or something.
We do, but like I'm busy. I don't be, you know, and they're busy too. At the beginning of the season, we always do like a stream, like during the draft. But I don't really recognize too many of them.
How much did y'all play for?
More. What's that?
How much did you play for?
$100.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I'm in for
there's
sure.
some guy that I started a fantasy football league with in Hex. It's like Chris something. And then it sort of fizzled out, so I went and joined another league. And then I don't know if he actually got the league done. But I know there are a few people starting.
It's like, you're in and you've been auto drafted and you haven't been changing out your lineup.
Yeah, I have no idea if it went ahead.
Look, Apex is with us. So look, we got our whole little crew started up right now. We're gonna have the Degen Tailgate Fantasy League coming at you 2023.
That'll be so fun. And I'm such a Degen. We can make a baseball league. I don't even care what sport we make. We can have a league for everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have like fantasy
play
baseball.
Fantasy basketball or baseball.
I mean, I never have, but I will. I can name probably 5 baseball players. So
yeah.
Yeah, I really don't follow any other sports except for NFL.
Me neither, but whatever.
But I'd be down. That'd be cool. We can learn about baseball players.
Yeah. That's how I got into football. Like having fantasy teams and being able to bet on it.
Yeah, just watch it. I mean, it'd make the games a lot more exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
Is Capri a football fan?
Capri is more than Moxie. Moxie like always claimed he was a Seattle fan, and now he says he's a Broncos fan. I was like, name 5 people that play for the Seahawks, and he couldn't.
He's a Russell Wilson fan. Is that what it is?
I don't even think
like
that's what it is. I think he's just a bandwagoner fan. He lives in Denver.
That's what people say about me. Because I'll team hop. Like, I mean, I love the Chiefs, but it's because I like Mahomes. Like, and I really liked Tyreek Hill when he was there, and now he's in Miami, so I like Miami. Like, I like whoever I like, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you were like, "Oh, are you gonna wear Chiefs clothes?" I don't really have no Chiefs clothes, but I'm
gonna get you a badass Hex Cowboy jersey.
But I do have like jerseys from like a lot of different athletes over the years that I really like. Like I got a Steelers jerseys because I used to love Palomalu. I've got a Cam Newton jersey. I actually, for some reason, have way more basketball jerseys than I have football jerseys. Football just looks so stocky.
Yeah, you hear that.
So that was.
I think it'd be cool to get a football jersey. I've been wanting to get like a Denver one, and then make a custom thing on the back just says like Hexican.
Yeah, if you can find someone that does that, let me know.
NFLshop.com.
Oh yeah, all the
you can custom. Oh, okay.
You can put whatever.
You can pick the number, the jersey you want, and then the whatever you want to put on the back.
Nice. And then if you get 55, then you kind of got,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Good idea.
55.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. So what else, guys? I mean, we've like covered it all. Oh, well, we got to cover, what we're doing head to head and see if anybody else wants to get in on this action. What is the chat saying? Who's going to win? Dallas and the Vikings. What's going to happen? We know who Expensive has got.
We know Freddie and Jason or Freddie and Moxie are going to talk shit. We know Apex is going to take the Cowboys. I don't know about anyone else.
He's a Cowboys fan too. Why? All your high school? Oh, but the high school friends. So he's from Texas.
Cowboys are the most popular team in the world.
To Texans.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys are God's team.
All over the world. Freddie. Like you see everyone
Freddie, get
across
off the
world.
gas. Calm down.
Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that. Dallas.
I'm going with Minnesota.
Wow.
I think Dallas is really good, but
somebody's smoking something good. You got that good.
I think I do like Micah Parsons. I've said that before.
Yeah.
Last year.
Great. Dallas's defense is great.
Not as good as Denver's. Denver does have the number 1 defense. But the number 32 offense. They said that's the first time since 1946 that there's been a team with the number 1 defense and worst offense.
Yeah, I mean,
so
like
Apex
80
wants
years.
to bet Freddie $100 money line, which even if you're betting the spread, it's only 1 point right now.
right?
But he wants to take a money line bet with Freddie for $100. Apex takes Dallas. Freddie takes Vikings.
Let's go, Freddie.
Come on, Freddie. You down?
This. We gotta see. We gotta hear the. I'll bet 100K hex if I get Minnesota plus 17. I mean, he kind of asked for that.
I'll take that bet too.
He did say Dallas by 17 or something like. Yeah. See, so I mean, you asked for it. You said Dallas by 17. So 100K hex.
Backtrack.
No way, bro. Money line only. 100K hex ain't too shabby though.
No.
I wouldn't mind. So
we got a little friendly banter.
Absolutely. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm comfortable over here.
When is that game? Is that like a primetime game? Dallas
Sunday. I think it's just Sunday.
2:25. I mean Mountain Time, so I guess 3:25 your time.
Which game is it? The afternoon.
The Cowboys Vikings. And
is it the second game on?
I think it's at Minnesota.
Yeah, it's the afternoon.
Yeah, because they're gonna play in Dallas on Thanksgiving, so I'm assuming it's at Minnesota.
We should.
Yeah, there's really not too many exciting games.
No, there's really not.
Except for the Chiefs one. I'll watch that.
Ew, the Chargers.
Yeah, but they're playing the Chargers.
Ew.
I don't know. Don't be surprised if the Chargers win.
I'm not at all.
I think they beat the Chiefs last year.
You know what I'm interested in? And it's weird because, like, who's ever been interested in the Jets? But why can't they beat the Patriots? They're such a decent team this year. Like, they should be able.
They did come out and surprise me, for sure.
Yeah, they're a much better team this year, but for whatever reason, they just can't beat the Patriots. This is the second time they've played this season, and I was dead set. I was so sure that they were gonna destroy them the first time, and then they're losing, and I'm watching the game. And then that's when you find all the like stats that you didn't know, but like wish you knew before you bet the game.
Yeah. Like they've actually never won on a Thursday night ever.
9 meetings. And I'm like, fuck, what?
I know. They always come out with these stats. And some of the stats, I'm like, who the fuck came up with this stat? It's the third time a guy that had oatmeal for breakfast and wore red underwear scored 14 points in the game.
You think
no, some of the stats are ridiculous.
But
yeah. Like that's your job. If you just think of these like random ass stats, like that would be a cool job.
No, I don't know. Like how they fact check all those or how they come up with them.
Dude, we should just start
There's like no way to fact check it. So they're just all fiction.
Like, all right, whatever. Whatever you say.
Start making shit up. Just start making up random hex facts. Like this streamer has like 2,000 streams under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Just make up shit.
Make sure you come next week with your random hex fact. We can play fact or fiction. It's a betting game.
Ooh. Or like two truths and a lie.
Yeah.
With hex facts.
I like that.
Wheels are turning. We're going to figure out some more games.
I'm starting to believe it. I mean, I'm really starting to believe. Like, I almost thought that they photoshopped like lines out of his face because it was weird. It was like, like when you use the tool and like it's kind of like discolored in certain areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like trying to make him not look 100 because he's old.
Feel bad. Losing like 700 million.
I guess that's why he came back. He saw the writings on the wall. Sam gave him a call and was like, "Hey, bro, this next year might not be a good retirement.
Better suit back up. You're gonna be playing."
Can you imagine being retired for 40 days and then deciding your family sucks that bad that you just want to go back to playing?
He's like, "Sam, what are you talking about? What do you mean I got to suit back up?"
What is this Freddie's talking about? I don't know. Do not age.org. Lies. Tom Brady is definitely aging. Every day he looks older and
he's
older.
in pretty good shape. For what?
Sure,
what is he, like 45?
His cheeks look like they're sunken in. Like he's like.
He definitely.
What was that one picture? There's a one that was going around where it had Tom Brady looks like if you drew Kevin Bacon from memory.
Yeah, I think if I didn't share that on Twitter, I'd definitely share that on Facebook.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh man, that's what we should have been showing is your ridiculous memes. Oh my gosh. The players, I thought the players were bad.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, the coach one was so good. It was just Ellen DeGeneres. Yes. That kind of looked like Pete Carroll though.
It did. Yeah. It really did. That was hilarious. Have you seen those, KevTron?
I probably have.
Do you follow NFL memes?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think like occasionally I'll see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were commenting on them.
I'll tag you. I'll find it and I'll tag you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look at those.
Nice.
So anyways, we are up to 7 spots filled on the wheel. I'm going to post it on Twitter as usual. And if anybody else wants to hop in on this, go ahead and shoot me a Zelle or Cash App or crypto to ksbtv.eth. Yeah, this has been pretty fun, guys. Anything else?
I think we covered it.
Gonna have to see how things go this weekend.
Yeah, my usual shills before we sign off. Hex birthday is coming up December 1st through the 3rd. We have events going on. Head on over to ksb.tv to see the lineup of events that we have planned for the Hex birthday and all that other good stuff. If you join the ksb.tv channel, and it's not just subscribe, but actually get yourself a paid membership, $1.99, I believe it is, $1.99 a month. As soon as we hit 20 members, we are going to spin the wheel for one of these awesome mystery boxes with all the swag in it. And then we're going to spin the wheel every month on the 1st after that. So as long as you stay a member of KSB, then you have a chance to win cool, awesome Hex and Post swag. $1.99, I'm broke. Damn. Hexicans is struggling out here, and he's the almighty. Like, that's like the greatest Hexican.
He's so great. He's put every last cent into Hex.
Oh, I feel you, bro. It's hard out here for a Hexican. You know, them people to be unnamed, will not say them because I'm not trying to get rugged. They've been coming at our people hard, and it's ugly. And I'm just praying that they don't know who Black Hexican is, because I ain't trying to go through that. State national. Okay. With that being said, thank you guys for being here. And until next time, we are signing off.